Hello, and welcome to Real People, Real Stories, where we interview people just like you and me about your experiences with ASEA and our flagship product, ASEA Redox Signaling Molecules. I have the liquid form right here as well as the gel form, and these two products have been phenomenal. They look at they what ASEA redox signaling molecules are, they are cellular messengers and they help to have our cells function properly. And even though I'm not a scientist, I know that, having functioning cells helps us have our functioning organs and then our bodies do better. And that's what I'm all about. And it also opens up the ASEA redox signaling molecules, helps open up the genetic pathways. So it's a great product that we all need and it's native to our bodies. Now, tonight, when we hear from our guest, and I'm so excited to hear from her as well, remember that our product that we are talking about does not treat, does not diagnose, cure, or prevent any disease. So without further ado, I'm going to turn this over to my great partner, Dr. Barbie Phillips.
Thank you, Kathleen. And as she said, my name is Barbie Phillips. I'm a chiropractic physician from Oklahoma, and it's in Northwest Oklahoma. I have cared for people and animals for 25 years and was introduced to this technology from our co-host that you just met, Kathleen, 5 years ago. So it has definitely made a big impact on my life, my family's lives, and that of my clients here at the clinic, both people and furry ones. And I would like to go ahead and bring our guest on tonight, Miss Vicki Sparks. And so, Vicki, if you're ready to come on.
I am. Thank you for having me, Barbie and Kathleen.
Yeah,
Um,
welcome. Would you tell us a little bit about yourself and your background, Vicki?
yes, I am a physician. I'm an MD, medical doctor. I'm board certified in emergency medicine and hospice and palliative medicine. Um, I had a general practice until December 31st, 2021, when I was able to sell my practice and I retired. But my experience with ASEA starts actually in 2019 when a new patient came in, and because I have a habit of going over everybody's supplements, not just medications, because supplements matter too. She told me she was taking redox signaling molecules, and I didn't know what that was. But to tell you the truth, because she looked so good, she was like almost 50 and she looked like her skin was like the age of 20 or mid 20s, but she looked really good. So because I am open-minded, you know, did my research on Google Scholar and looked up redox signaling. And once I verified the science, I started taking it. I signed up and started taking it. Last year, May of 2023, I was diagnosed with, or I was found to have bad cells in my bone marrow. I did have a short course of treatment, which almost killed me.
Wow.
But I attribute now I've been disease free for a year.
Mm.
I attribute that to the cell signaling technology, the ASEA Redox and the topical gel. And I
Wow.
love the gel. I mean that's my emergency kit. It's like amazing. And of course, it is absorbed through the skin rapidly, and it heals. I just love it. It's the safest. The liquid and the gel are the safest things that I can recommend to anyone. Safest health supplement and most effective.
Well, what
Uh,
I appreciate and what you just said is that you're open-minded and you learned from a patient. Obviously, it sparked your interest with how she looked, but that's so great that you look over not only the medications and the supplements for your clients, so important, and that you were open to learning. We're never too far into our learning careers to learn something new, so I commend you for that. and it's obviously been life changing for you. So it was delivered, definitely at a good time. So tell me, when you started these molecules, what did you begin to notice? Did you notice any positive type things right away? Did it take a little bit of time? How was your experience from 19 to now?
So, in August of 2019, I started using the topical, and then in September 2019, I started taking the drink, and I noticed better energy, better sleep, better recovery from workouts. And then in November, I had a major surgery for a condition that the I was told was going to progress. And that the Redox helped me get through that surgery. It was a major surgery, and I was back to work the next week.
Wow,
I mean, yeah, it's amazing.
that is
Yeah.
amazing. How much were you drinking of the redox molecules during that time?
So I was only drinking 8 ounces at that time
Okay.
because of my age. The recommended amount on the bottle is 4 ounces, 2 ounces twice a day. And because of my age, because I was over 70, I upped it to 8 ounces.
That's great. And you look amazing. I would not have guessed you were 70. I didn't know that.
Oh my gosh. Here's a little short story for you. So I went to my oncologist and I saw the nurse practitioner. This is this young, pretty girl. And she says, "Oh, well, you don't look your age." She said, "What are you using? I think I need some of that. I've got 3 kids and I'm aging fast." I thought that was cute. That was a
Well,
compliment. Thank you. Yeah.
absolutely, which is the reason why you started it in the first place or inquired it was because you
Right.
liked the way the person you heard about it from looked. So,
Mhm.
so when you applied the gel, where do you put that?
I put the gel, I use it in my armpits, my axilla, as a deodorant. I put it here right above my uh,
Collarbones.
collarbones. Yep. Thank you.
When I took a bottle of Acia, and from the end of last year to March to April.
Okay, go ahead. Oops. Hold on, Vicki.
Okay.
Are you on there still? Okay,
I'm here.
I can hear you. Okay.
Okay, good.
Okay, go ahead.
So now I use it on my face. My I use it as a deodorant. I use it above my clavicles. I use it on my back, my lower back, any place
Okay.
that's where I generally use it.
Okay. And once you started this, did you recommend it to any of your clients right away, or how have you progressed with sharing it with others? Do you share it with others as well?
Oh, absolutely. Although, I've been slack on that
Okay.
lately, but when I was in practice, I had the blue bottle sitting on the counter. I tell you that anybody that came in with an eye irritation, I would just put some of that in their eye, and it would relieve the eye discomfort immediately.
Wow.
I had
And how
one
did you
patient.
administer that? Did you spray it? Did you drop it?
Oh, I dropped it.
Dropped it? Okay.
Yeah, it can be sprayed, sure.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I've got a lot of people that talk about that, and I do use their sprayer. And of course, it's important to use a sprayer that doesn't have metal in it, because as we've
Mhm.
learned, metal and water will denature the product. And so we want to make sure we stay away from that and use the right, tools when we're administering. So, and are you taking 8 ounces now? Is that what you take now?
Oh, now I'm taking 12 ounces.
Okay.
Last
And
September, after my decided I had to do something besides the what I was taking, what I was prescribed, and because I just couldn't do it anymore. I couldn't eat. I lost weight. I didn't have any taste. It was horrible. Um, so I started taking a whole bottle of ASEA a day.
Oh,
And
wow.
I took that until March of 2024. So I started that in September 2023. And in March of 2024, my condition was not detected.
Wow. What a miracle story. That's amazing. That's
Oh.
awesome. That
And
is
I'm not
awesome.
the only one, right?
Right. Right. Yeah, we do hear of so many beautiful stories of, yeah, how these redox molecules have supported the body during their healing journey. So, my understanding is that you're not taking medications now for that condition that you had. Is that right?
That's correct. Yes.
Okay. Okay. Wonderful. Um, and when you share it with other people, have you had other success stories from them as well?
Oh, yes. People have pretty much. I don't have any like dramatic experiences like my own because I haven't shared it with enough people. But that's my goal.
Good, good. Well, you definitely have a great testimony to share. One thing I might ask you is if you would share the reasoning why we might want to purchase these products from a reputable associate. We know there's other options out there, possibly online forums and such. Do you want to speak to that as to why that's important?
Yes, absolutely. So if it's bought from another source, then they get no backup. And this supplement is active; it's biologically active. So there may be things that come up, like the healing process. It's not an allergic reaction, but some people have adjustment reactions that are just have to do with the healing of the body. And so there may be some difficulties that the person needs an expert, needs some backup.
Mhm.
If it's purchased from the third party, um, then there's nobody they can call. Like,
Mhm.
why are my legs all broken out and all swollen? I don't want to, say that could happen to anybody on the call here, but the stuff, it's the real thing. So it's kind of like it's not a medication, it's a supplement, but it does have real effects on the body, and that's why you need a backup.
Mhm.
Um, you need somebody you can talk to.
Yeah, and somebody that can also help them manage when they might need to increase their dosage or decrease the dosage based on how they're feeling at the time and how their body's healing. So, yeah, very good. Very good. Okay, well, that is great information. And I would like to open it up. I bet we have some questions from our viewers today, and we want to thank everyone for being with us this evening. Is there anyone that would like to unmute and turn your camera on if you'd like for Miss Vicki and ask any questions? There's Tammy. Hi,
Hi.
Tammy.
Hi, Dr. Vicky. I do have a question.
Okay.
Um, from the standpoint of where what you've experienced and also with your background, um, as speaking to advising someone like myself as an associate who has other individuals, that I've introduced Redox to, and they're using it for similar conditions. What would you suggest as a recommended regimen? Because you took a bottle a day for how many months? Is that
Yeah.
a personal decision, or what are your thoughts on that as to what would be a recommended, dosage for someone that is treating something hard, difficult?
Um, I believe I heard from some other associates with bad conditions that they have taken a bottle a day. Um, I made that decision, and I was able to, get the product. Um, but and I wasn't going to take a chance. I mean, I figured 32 ounces is like that's the maximum I believe that I would take. I don't know if anyone's ever taken more than that, but I didn't want to take any chances. And I wanted to go to Europe in the spring of 20 of
Yeah.
this year. I wanted to take that trip, and so the I knew in my heart that the best thing for me to do was just take a full bottle, and that's what I would probably recommend. I don't know if we might need to. I don't know if it would do any good to take more than that. I have no
Mhm.
idea.
Yeah. Did it take long for it to affect to improve your digestion? Because I know that I mean, did you just you got off of your the other medicine, correct?
Uh-huh.
And so, but I mean, because losing weight and not losing your appetite and how that weakens the body, it's terrible. I mean, it's such a hard thing, and yeah,
It was
I mean,
horrible, but it didn't take long for it probably took a couple of months for my taste to start coming back and my energy.
yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't I could get from the bed to the kitchen and sit down and that was it.
Mm,
It was horrible.
well,
But
you look amazing.
the only thing I could recommend is that if someone's not having the response that they want, is to just increase the amount they're taking, and also make sure they're drinking enough water.
Correct. Okay. All right. Well, thank you so much and blessings because it's so great. I've seen you over the last a year ago even, and I mean until today, and I mean you look amazing, and I'm so thankful and grateful for you that this came into your life. You look wonderful.
Oh, well, thank you, Tammy. See, that's why I've got to go and share it.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly.
right.
Oh, thank you. Happy Thanksgiving.
You too.
Thank you, Tammy. Marita, did you have a question?
Dr. Vicki, wow, what a story. Would you be able to share with us a little bit with you taking the 32 ounces in a day span? How did you take this? Was it every hour, every 2 hours? Did you get up in the middle of the night to take it to keep it in the body?
Good question. So no, I didn't get up in the middle of the night. I took it about every 4 hours, I believe. Yeah, so 8 ounces every 4 hours, something like that. It's not easy to take a whole bottle. I really can't do that because I feel better and I'm doing things. So, I'm not at home all the time. Um, I guess, with the pouches, I could have done it, but it's difficult to take 32 ounces, I think. And I switch it in my mouth for like 20 seconds. So
And did you also use quite a bit of Renew 28 gel, different places in the body?
I did. I used it over my lymph node areas. Yes, good question. Good point.
Would you share with us the lymph node areas for those that may not be familiar with where those are located?
Oh, okay. So right here, in the below the jaw, above the collarbones, the axilla, armpits, behind the knees, bottoms of the feet. Um, well, that's the reflexology points, but yeah. So all of those spaces.
And then did you
Also,
rub that for a while, like to rub it in really good?
yes, I would just rub it, apply it, and kind of wave it dry, and then go on, and then get dressed.
Mhm,
It's absorbed pretty quickly.
mhm.
The other area I use it in is like right where the ribs come together at the chest.
Uh-huh.
There's an actually a lymph node area there.
Good idea.
So yeah.
Mhm. Good idea. Good questions, Marita.
And
Did that
what did
answer
your medical people think when you chose not to do the other route and chose to do this?
Well, they saw how bad I was doing, and it's I changed doctors.
Oh,
I went I changed systems because I thought um the I just went to the other system that's here in San Antonio with that's associated with the medical school.
good
And
question.
then he was not willing to kill me.
Oh, I'm glad. I'm glad.
I wouldn't have had any choice anyway if I just told him, I wasn't going to do it. But I didn't want to just, divorce my medical team altogether. Because
Right,
even though I'm a doctor, it's not a good idea for me to be my own doctor.
right, right. And there's someone that asked in the chat also, Vicki, did you apply your gel several times a day during that time?
Oh,
Or
that's a good question. Actually, twice a day.
twice a day?
Yeah, morning and evening.
And that's what you still do now?
Yes.
Yes, okay. Okay.
Now I went to Spain and Portugal, and then over to Eastern Albania and on up the coast there, and I didn't have any of the liquid except for a short time in Spain because Spain does allow the liquid. My granddaughter, who was teaching school there, brought it. I sent it to her school, and she brought it to me. But I had the topical, and apparently did fine because when I got back, my labs were still normal.
That's great.
Yeah,
And
so yay.
just for people who don't know,
Wonderful.
the topical gel is
Wow.
3 times more concentrated than the liquid. So by applying that often, that definitely absorbs and helps the body. So good. Any other questions, Marita? Nope, she's gone. All right. Any other questions from our viewers? Now's the time. Kathleen, do you have any final questions or comments for Miss Vicki?
No, ma'am, not tonight, but wow, I'm super impressed.
Yeah, great testimony. Well, Vicki, we have definitely enjoyed you sharing your journey with ASEA with us, and we're so grateful for your time. We do want to remind others that this is recorded, and you can find the recordings on Creation Chiropractic YouTube channel. That is usually posted about midday the following day, so you can look for that tomorrow. And we thank all of our guests for being with us tonight. We'd like to invite you back in another couple weeks. We're doing these on the first and the third Mondays at 6:30 p.m. Central. And so our next one will be December 9th, and we'd like to invite everyone back to join us then. So we will wish everyone a happy Thanksgiving this week, and I hope you have a great time with friends and loved ones and cherish all those moments that we have together. So we will talk to everyone soon and have a great night.
Thank you,